According to BGG, the world's most trusted board game website, this game is the top selling game right now. Why do people like it so much? Why do I not agree with them? We're going to find out in this review. Let's take a look. DNUP. This little guy is on the BGG Hotness. It's on the top. It is the #1 selling board game right now, according to that website. It's just a very small, quick, simple card shedding game with a little twist. How are you going to get rid of these cards and win? Let's head to the rules rundown to find out. Come on. So like we mentioned up top, DNUP is simply a game where you're trying to get rid of all the cards in your deck, called the card shedding style game. You're going to do this by taking one of 4 actions on your turn. The main one you're going to be taking is simply deciding what set you're going to play down. There's a few rules that apply to this. First of all, as soon as you look into your hand as such, you cannot just start flipping cards around. I can't decide, like, you know what, I want to flip this. Nah. Once you hold your hand like this, it is set until such a time you need to flip your cards. So as you look through your hand and you decide, what set am I going to put down, you're going to look for, generally speaking, what set you have the most of. So in this case, you've got 2 sets of 3. You're probably going to want to put out the higher of the 2, and we'll explain why here in a second. So maybe this first player does that. You know you're the first player if you have this card with a star. We're going to see in this guy's hand that he also has a set of 3 sevens, and this is where it's important that you put your highest out, because if you look around and you see somebody already has a set of 3, you cannot also play a set of 3 unless you have higher cards. So I've got 3 sevens, I can't place those, they're not higher than those sevens. What could happen, let's say this first guy over here put these 3 threes down, then on this guy's turn he could place the 3 sevens down, and then this guy would have to take these back into his hands, flipping them as he does. However, that's not what he did, so we're going to look back at his hands and we see that we have 4 sixes, which we can play even though 6s are less than 7. Since we're putting a set of 4 out, we no longer have to make sure we're higher than the previous card played. That rule only applies if you're playing the same number of cards down. Next turn, maybe this guy had 4 2s or something like that. He would not be able to play those since this guy had a higher set. He'd have to play something higher. That's the main way that you would be getting rid of your cards out of your hand, is just playing sets. Back to this guy's turn. If it gets back to your turn without you having to return the set to your hand, these are going to be discarded. There we go, that's how you get rid of your cards. The next action that you could take is you look here at B, you can add exactly 1 card to a set that's already out. So he looks in here, oh, he's got a bunch of 6s out. I could, not the optimal turn to play, but he could go ahead and place that over there. We'll just say he does that for the sake of example. So that's the second action. He comes back to this guy's hand, maybe he just plays his high of 9, so he wants to make sure he gets rid of that. Comes back over here. The third action you can take is you can snag somebody else's set and bring it back to your hand and flip it over, and that's the golden rule of the game. Anytime cards are returned to your hand or you're picking cards up, they are always flipping. So you pick that up and now he's got another nice set that he can play later on. The last action you can take is maybe this guy's looking at his hand and he sees, I could place these 3 threes out, but he can look down here and see, oh, I've got a lot of 5s, so instead of playing anything this turn, I'm just going to flip my entire hand. You can't pick and choose, you have to flip your entire hand. So now you've got the other side, but now I've got all these 5s that I can play on my next turn and get rid of more cards that way. And that is the game. You're just going to keep going back and forth until somebody gets rid of all their cards. The first person to do so will get 2 of these letters. The next time they go out first, they get the other 2 letters and be able to fill that in. Whoever comes in second will get 1 of those letters, and you just play until somebody has all 4 letters. And that's how you play DNUP. Now that you have a good idea of how to play DNUP, let's take a look at the good, the bad, and the biblical. This is a section where I tell you the things I enjoy about a board game, things I don't enjoy so much, as well as a parent's guide of sorts. I'll let you know if there's anything that's not family friendly or Christ glorifying. We always like to start with the good, and the components are fantastic in this game. That has a very nice box. The cards are great quality, which is important for a card game, obviously. And then they have these little points trackers in the game that aren't really necessary, but they are really nice. They've got a nice feel to them, nice finish on these cardboard pieces, so that was done very well. They have some nice player aids included in the game for such a simple game as this, but they do come in handy remembering what kind of actions you can take. The components are fantastic. The gameplay itself is where I begin to question what this game is doing. It's a very nice mass market style game, but as far as the gameplay goes, the things I do enjoy about it are the simplicity of the actions themselves. It's very simple to know, hey, just got to put this set of cards down and I'm picking them up. I love that they have that rule in there where every time you pick up the cards, you know you're flipping them. That's not a question. It is fun to puzzle out in your hand, like, oh, I can see these numbers on the bottom, which they did a great job of that, showing what the main number is and then also what the other number is on the opposite side of the card, where I know, hey, I got more cards under here, so that's a fun little, I'm gonna take past this turn, flip these over, get a better turn the next time it comes around, which will be back around in 30 seconds, unless somebody completely lost their mind. This game is so quick on their turns. There's not a lot of information they have to take in, so that is a great part about the gameplay. I do also really enjoy the artwork in the game. It's very simple, but it does have a nice, bright, fun aspect to it. That's going to do it for the good. Now getting into the bad. Nothing bad to say about the components. They're all very great, but getting into the gameplay, there's no real strategy to the game. There can be little moments of those puzzles, like I said, of saying, hey, I'm going to flip this over, and then maybe there's the strategy moment of I could play a larger set to get rid of cards, but I see this person played a smaller set where I can actually play a higher numbered set to make them pick those back up and slow them down from placing cards out. So there are those decisions that can be made, but even with that, I found there's just such a massive luck aspect to the game. There's no real way of changing what you have in your hand outside of flipping all of your cards over, which is either good or bad depending on what you have on the bottoms of those cards. There's not a great reason that I've found playing this game several times to ever pick up somebody else's set, unless you just get extremely lucky with what you're picking up to fill out your hand. But that's just what it comes down to. It's all going to be luck. Even if that one little strategy point that I mentioned, where you can make somebody pick cards back up into their hand, I've seen that work against you, where them flipping that over ends the game, because that's exactly what they needed to put the rest of their cards out. So it's all just a crapshoot. The game practically plays itself. So that's the bad. For the biblical, there's numbers on cards. Nothing to see here. So that's going to do it for the good, the bad, and the biblical. Let's head right into my final thoughts and ratings for DNUP. Outside of this being one of the stranger titles and one that on a good day I can find funny, and on a bad day, just please don't make me have to say it again. DNUP is just a simple card game. It's about as simple as you're going to get. It's right on the same level, I would say, as an Uno, where you know exactly, based on what you have in your hand, that's what you're going to have to play. There's not really a strategy outside of that. I do understand the broad appeal of this game. Playing it with non-gamers, they were able to pick it up in like a minute. There's so few rules. This is just going to be about as simple a card game as you can get as far as a card shedding game goes, with just a slight twist on there to be able to flip your cards around, and pulling cards back into your hand makes you flip them around. My rating of this game is going to come in at a 5. This is not my style of game at all. I put it in the same vein as a Uno or a Flip 7, where you are just there to have the game be played. You're not trying to think too hard. It's, for lack of a better term, a time killer. or a way to break the ice with a group of friends, or just to pass some time away with your family and just have a few laughs around a table together. It fits that style. And again, it works well with that. I played it with non-gamers, they loved it. Even my wife, who plays heavy games with me, loves the heavy Euros. She finds joy in the simplicity of the game, where as a mother of 4 and having a house to take care of, likes doing her artwork and stuff, she can get a lot going on in her mind. She enjoys the fact of being able to just pull the game off the shelf and, you know what, let's just enjoy 10-15 minutes of very light work at the table. So it does have a place in a collection. Again, it's not going to be my favorite, but I can see where some people do find enjoyment in it, and so I can see how it can make its way to the top selling spot on BGG. It's just not going to be for me. So that's going to do it for my review of DNUP. Let me know down in the comments, is this a game that you can see coming into your game group? Love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button. It's a free way to help me out and allow me to bring some more of this content to you. Also, if you subscribe, we got a pretty active community. I'm putting a lot of posts out there, like polls, some games, some discussion questions. Got verses of the week on there. Just got a lot that's going out on there. And until next time, do your best not to get flipped around at the wrong time. See what they did there? And stay awesome.